Hi everyone, Rachel with Back to Good, and today Sean and I are going to be doing a little bit of work to prepare being able to move our camper. So I had some projects that I needed to finish up the other day, but I can't do them by myself, and I really needed Sean to kind of help me with it because it's some really heavy lifting stuff, and I think that it's too heavy for the kids, so I needed some manpower. And Sean is off work today. He had his doctor's appointment with the surgeon today, and he is in there, and he's going to tell you a little bit about that later in the video, so stay tuned for that. But I am going to take you guys on a little walk real quick. I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing today, and I also want to take and show the forward path of moving our camper and the backwards path of moving our camper, so that I can kind of show Wiley ahead of time what it looks like both paths, so he can kind of decide what he thinks will be the easiest route. So this little bit of the video here is going to be to help show Wiley what he's working with here. So Gary and Mary and I decided that we thought the forward path was probably going to be the most likely option, but I'm just going to record it for record's sake, I guess, you know, and to help show Wiley. So you'll see a little bit of that as well. So let's turn you guys around here, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing today, and I'm going to take you on a walk around, and that way we can kind of see both options and both things that Sean and I are going to get done today. So actually there's 3 tasks for the day today, so we'll see a few of them right here. Let's flip you around. Okay, so at the very front of our camper there, where we have our storage, the polyboard's still on there, and that's got to stay on there until the very last minute until we get the storage out of there. And but we need to clear everything out around it and get it ready to go, which means we have a lot of stuff here to move. We've got 4 pallets down here with a bunch of really heavy stuff that we need to move, and this berm needs to come out here. So Sean and I are going to be moving all this stuff here today, but let me take you on the forward path route here. We're going to go for a little walk. That's going to have to be removed, which Gary plans on doing anyways when we leave, because he's going to reroute the water line back over to his shed. If you saw his last video, he talked about that. And they're going to be taking this water line that runs underneath this berm here, and he's going to hook it up to his shed, and then he's going to run part of it over to a little spigot thing over there by Mary's tent. So he's going to be doing that anyways. But so let's look at the front view here. This path it's actually kind of squishy and wet right now because it's rained for the last 2 days, but clearly there's a bunch of weeds in the way. That'll all get pushed down. It's just the stuff on the berm. So if we clear all the pallets out, this path here, yes, it has a little bit of water right there, but that's about it. And then there's Lucy over there. She's going to follow with me. This is the forward path. So this path here is actually pretty smooth. It is a little wet right now, but there's not a whole lot of water puddling up in it. It's a little slippery in some spots because it's clay, and it's been raining for several days. So come up here, and he would have to turn this way. And right here, there's a little bundle of trees, these 2 trees right there, that we would need to take out because the corner here is a little tight, and it would make it a lot easier. Plus, they're 2 trees that they were planning on taking down anyways. So then we come down this path. He's going to move the bikes out of the way just to make sure he's got a nice wide corner here. And then this tree right here, let me get it this way, hangs over the road, and you might not be able to tell in the picture, but it hangs over the road low enough that it would hit the camper. So that tree that's leaning out this way needs to come down, just that part of it. So, oh, see, I'm sliding in wherever there's shade, it's really slippery. So, but this path looks pretty clear. I mean, it looks nice and level, very minimal to fix it, except those 3 trees basically, and clear the berm. Let me step over. I've got to watch where I'm going so I can stand in the path of the higher parts without going through the water. Come on, Lucy. All right, so let's keep walking so we can get out of here before the dogs start barking too much. So right about here, it gets a little choppy right here. And Gary's gonna straighten this out and come through here with the tow truck and flatten it out a bit, because right now the girls, Mary and Myleigh, are digging through that pile to pick out a bunch of rocks for their waterfall. So, but then this way here, there's a pretty good sized puddle right here, but that can get leveled out pretty easy. It's not very deep. And right now there's a little bit of ruts here because it's been raining, but normally this is pretty flat right here. If you stay in the middle path here, off to the right it gets a little squishy, but you're probably going to have to swing to the left anyways so that you can make this corner here. And then you would come back out, take this right corner here. He'd move that trailer too so you could swing wide. And then you could just pull it straight down this way. There is a couple potholes here along the way that are kind of rough. If we just go slow, it might be a little wobbly, but at least it's on a straight line. So we were planning on backing the camper out the driveway the same way that the camper came in, but Gary and Mary came over and suggested that we would go forward because it would be much easier, and the 3 trees that we need to take down are trees that they're going to take down anyways. And they were also planning on moving the water line as soon as we moved out anyways. They're going to move it over to the shed and to the garden area over by Mary's tent. So, you know, we agreed that, yeah, the road is certainly much better, or the driveway is much better than the going forward than it is going backwards at this point, because the back side of the driveway is very shaded. And as soon as we get up here, we'll show you that mess in a little bit. But he said that it would be much easier to go forward, and it's stuff that he was planning on doing anyways, so we're not asking Gary to go cut trees down and everything just to get us out of here. Just so everybody knows, it was something Gary suggested. He said that it would be much easier, and then trying to fix the back side of the driveway here. So let's go right up in here. But this mess right here is the beginning of the driveway. And it's a mess. It's very soft. It's very squishy. It's mostly all filled in with mulch. So it's not like it's clay and hard. It's very soft. And we bottom out the car coming in and out of here. So that's why the car's parked in the road down there. But let's go through here. Not all of the driveway is a complete mess, but there is 2 decent sized puddles here that could possibly get slip sliding away in. And then this part here is pretty clear. Not a whole lot of puddling, and it's nice and hard. But then this puddle here is pretty deep. There you go, Lucy's standing in it, and it's, I don't know, a good 4 or 5 inches, plus it's really soft. Silly dog, look at her. She just loves the puddles. You're so funny. Does that feel good? You taking a mud bath? Say hi. Oh no, don't come jumping on me. Oh, of course you're going to shake on me. All right, let's go for our walk here. I got to go over to the right, otherwise I'm going to sink. Are you ready? Are you done playing? So this here, pretty much the rest of the way past that part is mostly okay. There's a little bit of a puddle off to the left here. We could stay to this side. And back it up. It's a much shorter distance to back it up, but it's also a 90-degree corner right there, and it's such soft ground, and it has a little turn. So if you come off to the right of the driveway here, you can see that it has a nice little turn towards the left there. to get out. So I don't know what you think, Wiley, but maybe just figure it out when you get here. Like you said, we'll just prepare for both options in case one doesn't work. But one of the other things Sean and I are going to try to get done today is removing the pallet skirting of the part where I already removed the polyboard. So we got to get back out the screws and take all that apart, and we're going to stack it up over there, get it out of the way, and because we're going to have to take that all off to get the camper moved. So that's what we're going to try to get done today. And I have another little thing I'm going to show you guys here when we take a break, but we've been waiting for the sun to go down just a little bit because it has been so hot out today. So we got a couple hours of daylight left, and we're going to try to get this all done before the sun goes down. So we'll be back. All right, guys. Well,
so it started when I was 6.
Yep. This one time at band camp.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I never could play an instrument.
Hey, look where we're at. We're over here on C'mon Mountain.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
Look what David loaded up for us.
David graciously is getting us some cinder blocks so we can put them under our camper when we get it moved down there.
Are y'all excited?
We are. Yeah. I'm nervous, actually. I'm starting to get butterflies because it's like it's all coming to a
to
head.
real.
Yeah, and it's about ready to get crazy, so I'm getting a little nervous, but yeah, David.
Y'all don't have the electric or nothing down there.
No electric.
Well, we're going to be on solar.
Yeah.
Solar and hauling water until we can get like a well dug.
How long y'all been there at Gumby's?
Since September 17th.
Yeah, about 10 months.
Yeah, too long. We got to get on.
Yeah. Hey, it's time. It's been wet. It's been
a
wet year.
Yes, it has.
It's like every time it dries up, it gets soaked again. So, you know.
So what day are y'all moving?
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, Jenn and Wiley are coming over, and Big Joe's coming over, and DD5 is supposed to come over.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be crazy. It was like bada bing, bada boom, and we had a whole trailer full of bricks. So.
Well, you'll have that here on the mountain.
Right. This isn't the no work ridge.
Yeah.
Like it makes it good.
Yeah.
Like,
My first time at C'mon.
right there.
So.
It just seems like it on the video, like it stretches you out.
Camera don't do it injustice.
No, it doesn't.
At all.
At all. It's so much
golf
green
course.
now instead.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to head back, and we want to thank David for loading us up with some cinder blocks to set our camper on, because it is coming.
Yeah. Thank you, David. Really appreciate it.
Yep, things are about to get crazy, so we appreciate it.
You just got to go on another adventure.
Right? We went on an adventure coming up that driveway.
Yeah, any little bit of rain. We wouldn't have make it.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, my driveway is so bad right now.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do nothing with it because of the weather.
Yeah, and I can only imagine with all the rain, you got to wait for it to dry up to even get in there.
Rain tonight.
And it's a lot of trees, so it takes forever to dry. So
Yes, that's how our driveway is that we're in right now at Gumby's. It's like wet as can be still.
I am waiting. I got taxi over there waiting.
Yeah.
And that was the worst washout the hill that has happened since I've been here. So that's how much rain we got this year.
Yeah.
I have to fix it every year. That is what it is.
Well, one day when you don't have anything better to do.
Yeah, when I got an extra $35,000,
Right.
I'll fix the road.
Yeehaw.
Just a little extra.
And here goes Pops. It was such a lovely visit.
Hi, good looking.
Well, hey,
What are you doing?
where'd you come
Hanging out for a
from?
ride or what?
Right? Put my thumb out.
Thumbs up there to you.
Hitching a ride.
Love you, Rachel. Bye, baby.
Drive safe. Have fun.
You be good now.
Check at that.
I wish I was here to help you.
Yes, that would be so cool.
I'm a good supervisor.
We're going to make sure we have a spot for you to pull in.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Camp out one day in that cool casita. There's Pops 1 and Pops 2. Alright, we got Big Bertha and Gary out here from C'mon Homestead. He is digging up our water line that he has running over from the main hookup by the barn. And it was buried under a mound of dirt to keep it from freezing. But we had to dig all that up because we got to spread out the mound that was covering the water line out of the way so that we can get the camper pulled out. And Sean's on his way home from work right now, and we're gonna finish taking down the polyboard and the pallets behind it, getting all the storage out from in there, restacking it out of the way, and prepping this because we got DD5 and Mary and Myleigh's Adventures and Junk to Gems and our mountain home and working with Wiley and Positively Obnoxious. They're all going to be here tomorrow, and they're going to be helping us get our land, the finishing parts of our land prepped, and hopefully try to get our camper down there by the 18th, and maybe it'll be tomorrow. Lucy! So Gary is trying to level this out. Well, he did have it all nice and leveled out, but now that we got all this stuff dug up, he's got to level it back out again. So gonna let him show all that on his channel, so go ahead and check that out, and he'll show you all the work he's doing here on his channel. So Mary and I have been yanking up this line here, and now we're just taking a break. So we're gonna sit here and watch Gary play in the mud, and I gotta go get Lucy. So we'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, so I got Mary and Myleigh here to help me from Mary and Myleigh's Adventures. And Sean and I have all the stuff moved out of the front of the camper. And let me go take you over there and show you this real quick. We got all the storage moved out from in front of the camper over here. It has been raining today, so of course it's wet again. But we got all the storage moved from over there. And we moved it all over there. And it's all covered with what needs to be covered. And then Gary came through here, and on his channel you'll see Mary and I undigging this water line, and Gary came through and smoothed it out more so Wiley can pull the camper out very soon. But we got this all cleared up here, and so Mary and I are going to be working on getting the skirting down around the camper. So I'm going to set you guys up over here, and Myleigh is helping. The kids are helping inside, and Myleigh is going to help get these little bottles out of the way. We have a bunch of bottles here that we found in their yard that we're going to keep for a bottle wall. So she is helping and put all those in a bucket. And Mary's got the gorilla cart over there, and she is moving pallets. So we got them all numbered, and that's what we're going to be doing. So let's get to work. We got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to set you guys down. I better set you somewhere over here so the dogs don't maul you. Alright, so Mary and I are taking a break. We're at a point where we can't get any further right now, but we got all the pallets from here all the way around. Myleigh's got the bucket of glass bottles there. Some of them are broke. We're going to throw them out. We got all the way around this back side of the camper down. We got all this side. All the skirting is down all the way across here. Let's go ahead and peek around here. We'll walk through here. This is Mosquito Haven right back here. We just got like 20 more mosquito bites. So let me duck through here. Alright. There we go. So all the front end of the camper is undone. And as you can see, there's our storage. All that was down underneath there. So we're going to have to move all that out of the way. And we left off right over here. We are stuck at a point where we have to move this part of the deck in order to get this polyboard. Oh, I'm going to blur you up there. We have to move this row of the deck in order to get that row of polyboard off, and the skirting right behind the stairs and the fridge and the file cabinet over there. So we've got to move the fridge and the file cabinet, the stairs, and dismantle part of the deck. We're not going to do the whole deck right now. And so we're taking a break, and we got to wait for the men. They are down at our property working. And when they get back, then we can have them help us move all the fridge and everything. So it's break time.
All right, y'all. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. This morning was a long day for me. I had to start the day out driving to the Mercy Hospital at Fort Smith to go see that surgeon, that long-awaited date. So if you don't know, I had to lose 30 pounds so I can have a surgery upcoming here. I've already had 2 surgeries on my stomach. September 23, I had a ruptured colon, and I had to be airlifted to a hospital to have emergency surgery. Unfortunately, I had to have an ostomy bag, but they were able to reverse it 6 months later. But now I'm having a reconstructive surgery. So, to say the least, the surgery was set. The date is set is for August 12th. I was able to hit that 30 pound mark and then some. I was a little worried that the doctor's scale was going to be more than the scale at the house, because it seems like the doctor's scale is always saying you weigh more than you do. But it was dead on. I was 223. So the surgeon was very, very happy. So we got the surgery date set. I got to get everything set up with work. It will be an 8-week healing time. So I'm going to be out of commission for 2 months. And that's going to be starting August 12th. The hospital stay should be a short one. Should only have to be in there for 3 days. And then I'll be home. So we're trying to get that camper moved down to our property this coming week here. I've got a week off from work, July 14th to the 18th. But, you know, worst case scenario, our goal was to get down there by August, you know, before the surgery. So, you know, if we do have a little bit of speed bump, we don't have to panic. We do have a little bit of a buffer window now that we know when that surgery is going to be. So, thank you everybody over the last few months for all the prayers, all the kind words in the comments. Really do appreciate it. It goes a long way. So, good news today. It was a great day in Arkansas. We got that surgery scheduled set. We were able to lose the 30 pounds, and we'll be back to good. Bye.
All right, everyone, we're all done working for the day, and Sean and I got all the storage moved out of the front of the camper, and Gary worked on getting it nice and smooth in front of there. He did a great job. And Mary and Myleigh and I worked on getting the skirting and the Polypro board removed from the skirting. We got that all stacked up. We do have it numbered so that when wintertime comes and we need to put it back up, we will know exactly where every piece goes. And that should make it a lot more better to set it back up. But we've got everything ready to go for the camper, except removing a little part of the deck over here that the refrigerator and the file cabinet and the steps that go into the RV are still on. And but we've been busy doing another project, so we haven't had time to do that part yet. But we'll get to that in the next video. So for now, I'm just going to work on getting some laundry done, because when we've been working outside and dripping sweat, we've had to change our clothes and things. But I wanted to show you guys something really cool before I go today, because I got these nice new tennis shoes somebody sent me, but they get really muddy really quick around here, so I have to wash them off and they're all soaking wet, but I want to make sure they're nice and clean for the next day or when I want to wear them. So I got this cool new little thing I wanted to show you guys, because I know a lot of you really enjoyed that little compact dishwasher that I showed you. So I wanted to share my cool compact dryer that I got and show you this. This is by Effidry, E-F-F-I-D-R-Y. It could be Effidry or Effidry. I'm not sure. I'm sure it stands for efficiency dryer, because that's exactly what it is. But it's so cute and I love it. And it's really perfect for a few really good things if you live alone, or even with the 2 people. We have 4 people, and I still have found really cool uses for this thing that my other dryer does not have. So I wanted to show you real quick before I go. But my shoes get all soaking wet because I like to spray them off. And so look at this cool little thing it's got in here. It's got a little shoe rack. All you gotta do is put it right back in here. It's got this little dryer vent here, or the lint thing here. It's magnetic, so it clips on the back, and this is where you get all the dryer lint from, which is really cool. My other one has the same kind of thing, but it's not magnetic, so this one's nice. It's got a little magnet. But in the middle of that, it's got a little hole, and it fits in this little cool shoe rack. So I get to dry my shoes in here, because a lot of times my shoes aren't dry by the next time I want to wear them. So I'm so excited that I have a way to dry my cool little shoes. So I just set them in there, and we'll turn it on. And it's got 7 modes. So we've got time settings. You can set a timer for it if you want it to start at like a time of the day when your energy's costs less at nighttime usually. For us, it would be during the day when we're full power 100%. We're going to be running it the opposite because our power system works a little different. But for you, if you have an electric bill, you're probably going to want to be doing things like this at night. So you can set a timer, which is really cool, but it has a shoe setting, and it has a UV light in here you can turn on if you need to sterilize things like baby clothes or towels or something that you want to do, like your sheets maybe, I don't know. Anything that you want to sterilize, it has a UV light in there, and you can run it through a UV cycle, which I've never seen on a dryer, and that is so cool. And it has a silk cycle, so you can like unwrinkle your silk and dry it carefully. And it's got a baby care setting, which also includes, I think, UV sterilization during the process. I haven't done any baby care because you know what? I don't got no babies. Not babies. I got my babies, but they're all grown. So we also have lightweight. So like if you just have one shirt that you want to throw in, you can just throw it on lightweight real quick and do it for 10 minutes. It's also got the ultra fast setting. This is what's really cool. If you've got something you need to do really fast, it can dry some clothes. I mean, granted, not like a huge load of clothes, but if you just have an outfit that you need to wash real quick or dry real quick, it can take like 10 minutes. It's ultra fast mode. So super cool. I really love that. You know, if it's a bath towel, like a really thick beach towel or something, it's probably not going to do it in 10 minutes. But for your average clothing, if you had to dry something really quick, it has ultra fast mode. So that is so fun and cool. I love it. And then it also has the smart mode where it'll determine how long it needs to dry and at what temperature. So I thought this thing was so cool. And one of the things I wanted to show you, that I'm going to do my shoes, but one of the other things I wanted to tell you what we're going to be using it for. This here is my little tote that I have for Linus. It's his winter clothes. Linus doesn't have a lot of fur. And so he has some sweatshirts. He's got a couple different sweatshirts and his little doggy shoes, and if they get all wet, or his winter jacket that he's got here, when he goes outside in the winter and it gets all wet from rain or snow, I can put this in this little dryer and dry it super fast on ultra fast mode. Or when it's winter time and it's going to be super cold outside, if it's going to be like 15 degrees outside and he's going to be freezing out there, he just sits there and shivers. So what I could do was throw his sweatshirts or his little doggy coat in the dryer for 5 minutes before he goes outside, and he can stay nice and warm while he's going out and doing his duties. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it's like a perfect little efficiency size. I can fit it on my counter in my bathroom, in the RV, or in the kitchen counter. Well, not right now because my dishwasher's there, but I could fit this right on the counter in my bathroom, or I can put it in a cabinet or set it on a little table. But right now we're going to be using it in our bubble tent. If you can't tell, we're out here outdoors, because this thing is going to be going in our future bathhouse, which is going to be our really cool astral tent that we're going to set up. And we're going to have our dryer and our washer and all that stuff in the bathhouse tent. So we're going to be operating it off of a power bank, which I have down here off camera. But that's what this is plugged into. This is plugged into an 1800 watt solar generator, or power bank, or power station, whatever you want to call it. And that's what we're going to be running this off of. I need to make sure that the solar bank will run it and all that good stuff. So we're kind of prepping, testing things, making sure what solar bank we're going to use for what tent. And we're going to use this one for the bathhouse. So we're going to make sure that it works. So we've been testing it out now for a week or so now, and it's really, really handy, and I love it. And I love the ultra fast drying mode, and I love that I can warm up Linus's clothes in the winter. So right now we're going to go ahead and put it on shoe mode and push start. It also has a child lock too. So that's it. And it's going to sit here and it's going to dry my shoes. Alright, so you can see the dryer's running in shoe mode right now. And we started at 100%. It's kind of bobbling around 900 watt usage. It's stabilizing, so maybe that's not, it's the initial, sometimes the initial start, it's usually higher. But it keeps lowering, so let's see what it gets down to. Alright, it looks like it's stabilizing at about 825 or so. So it's really cute. You can see all the 7 settings that it has right here. It's even got child lock or timer, temperature settings you can set it at. But really cute. Let me open it up and show you inside. Alright, so that is going to be it for today. I just wanted to show you that really quick. So I'm going to get my shoes dried so I can wear them tomorrow. But we have a really big video coming up on our next video. So, will we or will we not get our camper moved? We are expecting a lot of rain, so I don't know. But we're going to have a big work day on the next video regardless. So we may or may not get our camper moved. But you better come see the next video and see if we get our see if we get our camper moved or not, because that's the plan. Monday we are going to move our camper as long as the weather cooperates, which you know it doesn't really do that around here. So, but we're going to have a big work day. We got our mountain home, we got working with Wiley, we got Positively Obnoxious, we got Junk to Gems Homestead, we got Mary and Myleigh's Adventures, we got Drifting Dreamers 5, we got Sean at Back to Good, we got Back to Good. We got all kinds of people helping. So it's going to be a really big community work project, and we're so excited, and we are so blessed, and we are so happy to be a part of this community, and we can't thank you guys enough for all your wonderful support. So make sure you don't miss that next video, because it's going to be pretty exciting. So, and make sure you go check out all those channels too. I'll link them all in the description. So if you haven't subscribed to all those channels yet, make sure you go check them out, because they're really amazing people. They're really helpful. They're really good neighbors. They're really good friends. So go check them out. All right, I gotta get out of here because the dog's gonna bark now. So, all right, see y'all later. See you in the next video. It's always a great day in Arkansas.